If you thought the old line about the most famous terracing in world football was a bit of a cliche, then think again. They even come here from Thailand just to pay their respects to the Kop. Well, quite simply, the Kop has become part of the football culture, not just for its noise, but for its personality, its wit, and its sheer willpower. As Shankly once said, the Kop used to stand there and suck the ball into the goal.
It was unbelievable in there. I'm sure people came, some of them, simply for the experience of being massaged for 3 hours by this enormous creature. It was like an undersea anemone swaying, you know, at 4,000 fathoms. And you could start at one end, and by the end of the game, you could end up at the other side purely as a result of the forces that pushed you around. And as a small person, I mean, to get out of here at the end of a game, I just relaxed and took my feet off the ground. And you would find yourself jaddled without your feet touching the floor, all the way down these terrifying steps that were at the back, and home. And by the time you got home, you felt as if you'd actually played, because, you know, for 2 or 3 hours you'd been fighting just to see something of the match, and feeling as if you'd been to hell and back. It was great.
It was great. It was the days during the Shankly era, the 60s and 70s, that saw the Kop in its pomp. 30,000 of them crammed onto one terrace. But its origins and its memories go back even further. Jack Payne, now in his 70s, and Billy O'Donnell in his 80s, remember the days when as lads they used to stand here and shelter under the oilskins of tram drivers, just to try to keep out of the rain.
What about the toilets? I mean, how easy was it to get to a toilet in the middle of a game?
It was very difficult. The toilets you could get out, but you'd never get back. No. And most fellas, they get the paper, newspaper, roll it up and throw it in the newspaper. I wish that had been the sun them days.
And perhaps it's the humour for which the Kop will be best remembered. Certainly it's the abiding memory for many of the players.
I mean, I was a little bit renowned for getting stuck in and taking no prisoners, and I can remember in the far corner one day somebody threw a pork chop on the pitch. Leave him alone this week, Smithy. It's an easy game, you know, things like that.
One of my times at Ipswich when somebody actually smacked the ball at my private parts, and I turned around and the Kop just started going, "Johnny, what?" in a high-pitched voice, and that was brilliant. Just the split second, the way they did it was tremendous.
There are those who'll tell you, of course, that the Kop now ain't what it used to be, and in some ways they're right. For a start, the capacity is much smaller. But there are those too who say that when they do take away the terracing here, they'll take away the very soul of Liverpool Football Club. It just won't be the same.
It's not really that the Kop is going, it's just that it's going to be unusual to see people sitting down in the Kop where they're usually climbing over each other's head, you know.
There will be a certain piece of magic which will leave the club when the Kop is seated. Only people who have stood on it or played in front of it will ever believe what a fantastic atmosphere they do create.
It's going to be a terrible shame to see this. A lot of people, I think a lot of people are going to cry about it, and I really mean this. People who come here week after week and week after week and have come part of it, you know.
Unquestionably, the memories of the Kop and what it symbolised over the years are deeply felt here in Liverpool and on both sides of the city, and never more so than in the days after Hillsborough. This week, outside the Shankly gates, the flowers and the scarves were there again to commemorate the 5th anniversary of the disaster. And for some, the historical similarities surrounding the origins of the Kop some 90 years ago and its final few years as a national institution are just too powerful to ignore.
Most people know that the Spion Kop was named after a battle in the Boer War in 1900. But what I think few people recognise is the 3 Lancashire regiments who were fighting there. Many local Liverpudlians died. So there's a sense in which the Kop was named as a tribute to unnecessarily dead local people, as it turned out, because the battle itself was a military cock-up. So there's a sense in which the Kop started as a shrine, and it ended as one, or at least it came very close to its end, because, of course, in the popular mind, it symbolises Hillsborough, the Kop bedecked with scarves and flowers. So it's a journey from shrine to shrine, in a sense, and in between, it became the most famous strip of terracing in the world.
Walk on, with hope in your heart.
Saturday, April the 30th, 1994. The Kop fills up for the last time. Liverpool fans have been standing here for 88 years. Today, they say their fond farewell to the Kop in their own distinctive way.
Liverpool's last match in front of the famous Kop, Norwich City the visitors, and John Motson the commentator.
It's a carnival atmosphere on the Kop for the pre-match celebrations as the Liverpool supporters there wait to welcome some of their old favourites.
The procession of former Liverpool heroes is led by Albert Stubbins. Then the great Billy Liddell. The evergreen Ian Callaghan. The indomitable Tommy Smith. Flying winger Steve Highway. Goal scorer David Johnson. And David Fairclough, who they called Super Sub. Craig Johnston was back from Australia. And Phil Thompson, a former Kopite himself, brought out his two sons.
A legend to you, Kenny Dalglish.
Kenny's reception spoke for itself. And then, either side of former manager Joe Fagan, Mrs. Nessie Shankly, widow of Bill, and Mrs. Jessie Paisley, wife of Bob. Shankly and Paisley had piloted Liverpool to their premier position in football, and the Kop knew that Shankly had started it all. It was already an emotional occasion when Liverpool and Norwich City took the field for the last match in front of the Kop. Cue Jerry Marsden of Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's the golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, walk on, hope in your heart, and you never walk alone. You walk alone. Walk on, God, with hope in your heart. You never walk alone. You never walk alone. Well, love you, the Kop. God bless you. Take care.
Now, the toss-up today is slightly manufactured because Norwich City have agreed that whatever happens, Liverpool will be allowed to attack the Kop end in the second half. So if John Polston won the toss, he would just choose to kick off. And to nobody's surprise, Liverpool will defend the Kop end in the first half. It was built in 1906, covered in 1928. And in 1994 now, they stand for the last time to watch a home game here at Anfield.
Liverpool fresh from a 2-1 success at Upton Park last week when Robbie Fowler and Ian Rush scored the goals. Make 2 changes for this match. Rob Jones returns at right back in place of Steve Harkness, and Ronnie Whelan is back in the midfield for Don Hutchison, who'll be a sub. Norwich City have only 1 win in 18 matches since they beat Wycombe Wanderers in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. It's a dismal spell they've been enduring. This afternoon, a week after a 1-0 home defeat by Sheffield United, they've 2 changes in their lineup as well. Colin Woodthorpe in the midfield for Neil Adams, and in front the Nigerian international Efan Ikoku, who has been with the Nigerian squad for the past 7 weeks, returned to play 22 minutes as a substitute against Sheffield United last week. He takes the place of Mark Robbins. The last occasion on which the Kop in its present form will look down on the action at Anfield. A match to be refereed by Brian Hill from Kettering in Northampton. Liverpool against Norwich City, Liverpool's final home match of the season. Bright sunshine on Merseyside. Norwich City's Nigerian international Ikoku, number 7 in the centre circle, awaits the signal to start the game. And we're underway, Norwich playing from left to right. Nicol, rebounding from Clough. Here's Clough again. And Norwich with a considerably changed team since earlier in the season when they were flying high. It's Ruddock. John Polston, the Norwich City captain. Ian Culverhouse and the left back Mark Bowen. Looking for Sutton, cut out by Nicol. Jeremy Goss. Sutton. Offside against Goss. And the game restarts quickly with Ronnie Whelan. Ruddock. Fowler. Dix. Whelan. And Ruddock and Clough. Whelan again. Oh, good Liverpool football this. Rob Jones. Taken off the toe of Redknapp. Here's Whelan. Now it's Clough. Ruddock again. Seeking Dix on the left. And Dix cross. No one there to make the most of it. And it's with the goalkeeper, Brian Gunn. Early thoughts of John Giles.
Well, very emotional scenes early on and a carnival atmosphere at the moment, and the players just got to settle down. I think Liverpool particularly want to win this match for the fans. Nothing to really play for, both sides, both safe. No chance of winning anything.
David James has reclaimed the goalkeeping jersey from Bruce Grobbelaar. Now Nicol and Jones and Redknapp. The skill, Whelan. And Fowler's shaken off his marker. And that's out for a corner of Spencer Pryor. One of the new names in the Norwich team who joined them in the close season from Southend. The first corner of the match is to Liverpool. And put behind for another by Chris Sutton, back defending. More noted for his exploits at the other end. Fowler on the near post, Barnes to take the corner. And a rush right under the nose of Brian Gunn. Not a good corner by John Barnes. Bowen. Straight at Nicol is Whelan. Barnes again. Now Goss. And over the top for Sutton to chase. Jones the marker. Back for James. Barnes. Whelan. Barnes again. Nicol. Whelan. Nicol again. Fowler. Clough. Barnes. Redknapp spotted Dix, but it was also spotted by John Polston. It's now with Neil Ruddock. Barnes to Fowler. With him has come Culverhouse. Fowler's cross, and Gunn saves ahead of Jamie Redknapp. Sutton losing to Dix, but now it's Goss. Crook. Olathorn challenged by Jones. Norwich City's throw. It's the old singing, old dancing Kop show. They've been bouncing up and down on the terrace, enjoying their last Saturday afternoon there. Rush in ahead of Pryor. Lovely play. Fowler and Redknapp combining, and now it's with Whelan and Barnes. Dix. I think Bowen has come to mark him on this side. It's now Barnes. Bowen in again. Ikuku holding off the challenge of Ruddock and Whelan, and just pulled too far for Chris Sutton. But he's managed to keep it in play. It was Ruddock who eventually got there. Whelan with the clearance. Crook. And Woodthorpe. Dispossessed by Rush. Redknapp. Clough. And Nicol. It's meant for Fowler. Challenged by Woodthorpe. It's another corner.
Well, there's plenty of space for both sides to play, both allowing each other to play. Norwich particularly allowing Liverpool to play. And Liverpool look like they want to win it a bit more than Norwich.
Jamie Redknapp. Up goes Barnes. Just flicked away then by Pryor. And it's come to Bowen. It was intended for Ikuku, but didn't go quite where Bowen was expecting him to. Ruddock. Nicol for Jones. Redknapp, Whelan, Redknapp, Whelan. In goes Rush. Just couldn't control it at the vital moment.
Good play by Liverpool. Rush again. Look, Rush is looking very sharp. He was very unlucky there. He normally takes them well.
Seeing Rush, you should expect. Regular goal scorer, 19, top scorer for Liverpool this season. Clough, Rush, now Goss. Polston. Koku. Challenged by Ruddock. Throw to Norwich City. Koku. Bowen losing out in the challenge to Julian Dix, but winning another throw. Bowen with the cross. Safe hands of David James. And Ronnie Whelan to start another move forward for Liverpool. Clough. Jones. And he's running well. And goes Fowler. And it's put behind by Bowen.
Great run by Jones. Well, I think Jones is an excellent player. I think he's the best right back in England. He hasn't had as good a season as he might have had. I've seen him play better overall. He's a smashing player, and I think he'll come very, very strong and establish himself in the England team.
Dix to take the corner. Up goes Ruddock. Redknapp. Cleared by Pryor. Koku. Losing to Barnes. Clough. Ruddock. Whelan. And Dix. Retrieved the situation well. Fowler. Clough. Redknapp. Too far forward. And as the clock moves on towards 10 minutes, it's with Brian Gunn, and it's Liverpool 0, Norwich City 0. On by Sutton. In the way was Nicol. It's Ruddock. Whelan. Barnes. Trying to drill one through to Redknapp. Woodthorpe. Goss. And then again there to pick up the pieces, Ronnie Whelan. Redknapp. Fowler. Redknapp again. Fowler didn't continue the run. Well, the stretcher being called into action at the Kop. It's pretty packed in there. And of course the reason it's being rebuilt is for that very reason, that it's overcrowding, it's potentially dangerous. It'll be an all-seated stand when it's rebuilt. Ian Crook for Norwich. That rebounded from Ruddock. It's Sutton. Shouts of derision for the Norwich striker, but he's found the net this season with regularity, 29 times in all, and only once from the penalty spot.
He's a good player, excellent player, Sutton. Just didn't wait for it long enough to come down, but that is a chance for him. As you say, George, he's been scoring goals regularly this season, and I think he'll move in the summer. I think Norwich will, as seems to be the policy over the years, to sell the best players. And he'd be a very good buy for any top club.
Barnes. And again. Clough. Jones. One by Pryor in the air. And then one back by Rush. Jones. Redknapp. Nicol and Whelan. And then Julian Dix. For Barnes. And here he goes, John Barnes. For Clough. Oh, total air shot, that one. Olathorne coming away, pushed over by Ian Rush. Free kick to Norwich City.
Still hasn't recovered that pace and change of pace that he had before his injury, Barnes. That separated him from the rest, and he's looking an ordinary player at the moment.
Jones and Sutton in a tangle, and the net result is a free kick to Liverpool. That's a sad sight, isn't it? Crush presumably just got too much. And I suppose indicative of the reason why standing areas like the Kop have to be redeveloped. Mark Bowen. Off Barnes. Well, the referee saw the other way. So did Mark Bowen. Clough. Whelan. Opening it all up for Jones. Redknapp. Whelan. Now it's Nigel Clough. Whelan again. Jones. Rush. Whelan. Now Barnes. Got past Bowen, but no way past John Polston.
Good passing by Liverpool, good control, dictating the pace of the game. Ronnie Whelan doing well in the middle of the field. He's looking fitter every week, which is great news for the Irish World Cup prospects.
Here's Barnes' cross. Now Whelan. Jones. Polston missing. Bowen has it. And he's cleared it. Dix has come onto it. Error by Nicol. Okuku. He's got pace. Ruddock struggling to get back at him. Okuku. Oh! Off the bar from Nicol. So very nearly a most dramatic of opening goals in front of the Kop for the other team.
Well, Okuku did well there. Shot another change of pace. Left Ruddock standing. It was a good ball. It would have found Sutton had Nicol knock it in the way. Very luckily.
Well, Steve Nicol, almost a moment of embarrassment.
Yeah, see, Okuku is finding. See Sutton coming out the far post. He's lucky to get away. Was hit the underneath of the crossbar. And that's from Liverpool dominating the game. It's probably a good example of what's been happening to Liverpool all season. They've been leaking far too many goals. Never did in the past. In the great years, they were very tight at the back. This year, they've had a lot of the play, but leaked goals very, very easily.
They won a free kick now. This is how it looked from inside the net. Well, that was a very close call indeed. Meanwhile, Redknapp goes through, and Jamie Redknapp comes close at the other end.
I thought he was going to knock it in. It was a bad angle when he did get there finally. I mean, he's done well to get there. He's gone past the keeper. He's pulled it back with the inside of his foot. There's a little, or maybe he was difficult to get to the pitch of the ball. But that's it, just a little side footer across the goals is his best bet there.
Koku.
Oh, Koku, and a chance for Sutton. What a great save by David James. Well, a terrific reaction that.
Now, John Barnes. Leaving Polston. Vintage Barnes here. Haven't seen so much of it this season. And the header wide from Fowler.
Maybe he's trying to...
There's Nicol. Whelan. Ruddock for Jones. John was always in command again. Whelan has it again. Almost inevitable, isn't it? Barnes couldn't control it. It's Crook. Spencer Pryor. Crook again. Olathorn. And Woodthorpe. Polson again. Sutton was fouled by Neil Ruddock.
Well, Sutton is a handful. He's one of those big lads, awkward looking. He always gets to the pitch of the ball before anybody else. Very, very deceptive player.
David James, who's already made one fine save. Facing another Norwich attack. Here's Goss. Oh, what a goal by Jeremy Goss! Right out of nothing, that left the keeper flat-footed. Goal number 9 of the season for the Welsh international. And Norwich City, after 35 minutes, are in front.
No, you couldn't begrudge them the lead. They played better than Liverpool, they've defended better, and they've posed more threats around the goals. Goss hit that right on the button. I think you might say James is a little bit unsighted here because he doesn't even make a move for it. When it comes to Goss, so many players between him, so he hasn't even dived for it. I don't think he's seen it until the last second. But a beautiful strike by Goss.
Well, they wanted to see goals in their last day on the terrace, but that wasn't the player they wanted to score one of them, that's for sure. And Liverpool go behind, and Norwich City take the lead in this fashion. Yes.
Didn't even dive for it, did he, James? I don't think he saw it. I think there was a lot of Liverpool players dashing at the ball, and Goss has hit it first time, and I don't think he got sight of it. Because goalkeepers usually be diving through the air, making some sort of an effort at it.
Of course, all that came from the foul by Ruddock on Sutton, proving quite what a threat Chris Sutton really is. Even if it's not scoring the goals, it's in fashioning situations in which they can be scored by players such as Jeremy Goss. 24 coach loads of Norwich City supporters here. And a few Irish as well, from places as diverse as 6 Mile Bridge and Waterford. So now, what have Liverpool got to offer against the team with only one win in its last 18 matches? Barnes. Dix. Offside against Ian Rush. Of course, it has to be said that Liverpool is not the fortress Anfield that it once was. The last home fixture against Newcastle was a 2-0 defeat. Sheffield United won here 2-1. Bristol City knocked Liverpool out of the FA Cup here 1-0. And Blackburn Rovers had a 1-0 victory here as well, and Tottenham early in the season won 2-1. Norwich City following a trail that's already been blazed. Here's the goal again. What a splendid strike. Yes, there were 4 or maybe even 5 players between the goalkeeper and the ball. I wonder he didn't see it. Won by Woodthorpe. Nice layoff by Crook. Sutton on for Cuckoo, and James again having to head. He's a big lad, 6'4". He's well capable of it. Offside against the Cuckoo.
James has played well. He made a great save early on from Sutton. He came out and with a diving header outside the box. So he's not at fault for Liverpool being behind.
Redknapp. Clough. Here's Clough again. Round the back comes Fowler, but Woodthorpe saw it coming. Well, his clearance producing a corner again. Jamie Redknapp will take. Rush on the goal line. Jones for Whelan. Dix. Nicol. Clough. Nicol again. Clough and Whelan. And Rush times the run perfectly. Oh, in went Ruddock.
That was good effort. One of the few times that Rush has been able to make a run to get in behind them. Just in front of Ruddock. Nigel Clough has got to book his ideas up, hasn't he? He's a player who's costing Liverpool a lot of money. He's got to be active and he's got to be enthusiastic and get on with it. He's just strolling around the pitch. We've got him strolling around and Barnes not really doing his stuff on the left-hand side. And you're always going to be struggling a little bit. Got a big job, Roy Evans.
The Cuckoo. Sutton. Oh, lovely layoff for a Cuckoo. Goss in the middle. A Cuckoo went himself. Might have been better advised to use the on-rushing Welshman.
Seen a Cuckoo before. I'm not so sure he's a great finisher, George. Plenty of pace. Twice or three times he's got through. The angle wasn't good. I don't think he could see Goss. I think Goss is just a little bit too far behind him to catch his eye. I mean, when strikers are going through in the goals there, they're getting as quickly as they can to the goals. I think Goss is just about a yard too far behind him.
Well, that's gone out for a throw to Norwich City. 41 minutes gone, 4 to the half-time. And Norwich lead Liverpool, thanks to Jeremy Goss after 35 minutes. That's Dix and Goss. Goss again. Here's Crook. Sutton was offside. Clough. Jones. Whelan. Redknapp. And Clough. Barnes. Dix goes on the outside. Barnes loses out to Mark Bowen. The Cuckoo is through the middle. Barnes chasing back. Bowen still in control of the ball and slid inside for Sutton. Goss. Crook. Holston. Crook. Towards Sutton. And he beats Stevie Nicol. Spencer Pryor, Ian Crook. Character limitation exercise by Polston. Offside again against the Cuckoo.
So Liverpool are playing a dangerous game with their offside, and I wouldn't be too sure about that decision. But Norwich are playing much better stuff. They are a better team at the moment. Liverpool started brightly, but they haven't really produced. Norwich have been better.
Ruddock looking for Rush. Easy for Gunn. Cuckoo. Olathorn. Cuckoo. Olathorn took it at pace but knocked it too far forward. And who won it back for Liverpool? Ronnie Whelan. Woodthorpe for Olathorn. Nicol won that. Dix. Nigel Clough and Rob Jones. Nicol. No offside despite Norwich's claim.
I feel sorry for Ronnie Whelan, because Ronnie's really doing his stuff there, and the role that he has to do is winning the loose balls and serving it. But when Liverpool don't play well and they lose, Ronnie gets a lot of the flack because he's a bit older than Clough and Redknapp. But in fact, he's a much better player, far better player than either of those two.
Just say he has looked most impressive today. Scarcely put a foot wrong. Here's a Cuckoo, slid through for Sutton, and again James to the rescue. There was an offside which wasn't leading anywhere. No advantage to Norwich, so they'll get their free kick. But he and David James, Ronnie Whelan and David James, have really been the pick of the Liverpool team so far. In the final minute of the first half. Holston. Culverhouse. Woodthorpe. And Olathorn. Couldn't get past Jones. Now playing stoppage time at the end of the first half. Clough. Redknapp. Clough. Ruddock. And that's the last kick of the first half. A half in which there was a lot of singing from the Kop, but they were somewhat silenced 10 minutes before the half. A Cuckoo setting up the chances, and the one that was converted by Jeremy Goss. Half-time at Anfield on the Kop's last day. It's Liverpool 0, Norwich City 1. Second half, Liverpool attacked their favoured Kop for the last time in its present form. Can they manufacture the goal to save this match and maybe even another one to win it? Robbie Fowler. Barnes, headed away by Culverhouse. Julian Dix. Barnes, Fowler. And one back by Clough, from Clough by Goss. Woodthorpe. The ball was out before Sutton got anywhere near. Redknapp. Now Whelan. Julian Dix. The flag up against Ian Rush. And the second half beginning with a brace of offsides. Well, for Brian Gunn, it's been a pretty straightforward afternoon so far. Unlike his opposite number, David James. Cuckoo. It's Ruddock. Redknapp. Challenged by Olathorn. Throw to Liverpool. Nicol. And put behind John Polston. First corner of the second half. Got a crowd in front of Brian Gunn. Up goes Ruddock. Goal kick. Well, he's scored a few this season, notably against Manchester United in that game of the season. And he was the one who climbed highest to get the header in.
It was a better start by Liverpool anyway. I think they've been told at half-time, you've got to knock it forward a little bit earlier, get it over the top a little bit more. And they've done that even in the second half.
He's fouling his man, the man in question being Spencer Pryor. There's one by Ruddock, and it's Redknapp. Olathorn is there. Goss. It's Whelan once more. Fowler. Whelan. Never wastes it, does he? Jones. Clough. Back again by Dix. Whelan. Clough. And the challenge by Goss was somewhat rash. Free kick to Liverpool. Taken by Nicol. Off Crook's head. Holston clearing. Liverpool throw. Holston seemed to injure himself in the process. So Norwich City captain turned his ankle as he was making that clearance. Been in particularly good voice this afternoon. As the Kop, so called because the journalist that's seeing it when it was first constructed remarked that it resembled the Spion Kop in South Africa, over which battles had been fought. Spion being the Afrikaans for spy and Kop for head. The spot from which they could keep a lookout, and hence it came to be universally applied to the bank of terracing behind the goals and football grounds. This Sutton back defending. And the foul this time is by Ian Rush. For a cuckoo. Out off Clough. Now Cuckoo. Olathorn. Whelan has it again for Liverpool. Finds Barnes. Whelan taking responsibility. And a rare poor pass goes straight to John Polston. Sutton. Headed away by Pryor. It's Whelan again. Sutton left to rise unchallenged, then Ruddock gets there. It's out. It's a throw to Norwich City. Holston, none the worse for that ankle twist or whatever it was. Dunn's clearance. It's Clough, Whelan. And the locks have given way to a cap of the baseball variety. A cuckoo, Ian Crook. Didn't come off the way he intended. It's a goal kick to Liverpool.
There's a bit more passion about Liverpool anyway. I think they're getting stuck in a little bit more urgency about them. But there's a lot more to do yet.
Got it. Dix. Off goes Fowler. Culverhouse with him. That's a goal kick to Norwich. Eight and a half minutes of the second half gone. A little bit of injury time already. Jeremy Gotts's goal after 35 minutes is the one that has Norwich in front. Bowen. Again, James sending it directly out of play. Crook. Bowen had gone offside. Jones. Redknapp. Clough. Whelan. Coco. Olathorn. There's Jones. Put out by Woodthorpe. Redknapp. Jones. Nigel Clough. He's got Fowler. Fowler with a little cross. Whelan! Robbie Fowler created that, and Ronnie Whelan was there to attempt to finish it off.
Difficult one for Ronnie. He's just coming straight back on him. He's trying to catch it with the outside of his left foot. Not an easy one. But a little bit better from Liverpool, a bit more progress, a bit more penetration now about the play.
Here's Sutton on Ruddock. Seen out by Olathorn. His throw. Ikuku. Crook. And Ikuku's onside. Sutton's in the middle, so too is Goss. Ronnie Whelan there to end the attack. The chance of a swift counter. It's Clough. Barnes. Not what the doctor ordered. An injury, meanwhile. Ikuku is still down in the Liverpool penalty area, which is why Ruddock put it out of play.
Crowd are having a real go. It's Barnes now. It just doesn't look like he can do it anymore, Barnes. You see him sometimes he's chasing back when the opposition have the ball. And before his injury, he could cover the ground like a gazelle. It's just a struggle now to get there. And without that change of pace, then he just becomes an ordinary player. He's never been a battler. He's never been a player who's going to win you a lot of tackles or anything like that. You have to wait for him to get on the ball and produce something, which he often did for Liverpool. He's not doing it now.
That was the cross from Ikuku that led to the injury that's now receiving attention. Back in business, the trainer leaves the field and the game can resume. We'll have another look at it. The Kop have forgotten about this match. They're chanting the names of the past heroes, from Shankly to Dalglish to Sammy Lee. The famous golden oldies, you might say, were presented. Albert Stubbins, Billy Liddell, Kenny Dalglish, the rest. But what they're seeing today is Norwich in the attack, and here's a cuckoo. Good challenge by Ruddock. Norwich's first corner of the second half.
That was a good chance for a cuckoo. Should never let Ruddock get a challenge in there. He's come from a long way and he's taken an extra touch on the ball. It takes so long to set himself up. Should at least got a shot in.
Corner then for Ian Crook. Cleared away by Redknapp. And that was a foul by Fowler on Woodthorpe. Robbie Fowler, the bright young hope of this season. He actually scored 5 goals in a match earlier on against Fulham. That was in the League Cup. Those are the 2 that Liverpool have in reserve, Harkness and Hutchison. As well, of course, as the goalkeeper, Bruce Grobbelaar. Rush. Whelan. Whelan. Jones. There's Olathorn. It's caught on the face by Nigel Clough. He's all right. Accidental. Now it's Sutton. Was that a foul? Yes, it was, against Julian Dix. Now, what can Norwich manufacture here? This was the foul. Dix bringing down Sutton. And a free kick. A dangerous position from a free kick indirectly that Norwich City scored. The only goal so far. Here's Crook. Oh, my word.
God, I don't think James could see that, you know. He hasn't moved. The ball is... If you watch him looking at the ball, he's just catching by surprise. He's going past his right side. No movement to get to the ball. In fact, he's gone the other way.
Look at this, it's Chris Sutton in on goal, but pulls his shot right across. And on the Norwich bench, I would have thought they admired the pass from Culverhouse, which set Sutton up. And for a man who's scored 25 league goals this season, which is a record for a Norwich player in the top division, he should perhaps have done better than that. Nicol. Rob Jones makes the run beyond Chris Sutton. There's the ball in. Oh, great defending. You've got to say that's great defending. I think it was Woodthorpe who got in there to save Gunn. It's going to be a corner, and the Kop are wondering if this could be the moment. It's been a long time coming if it is. Koku denies them for now. Dix again. Koku is doing some decent defensive work back there. Barnes. Ruddock. Oh, deflection on Ruddock's shot, and Woodthorpe clears. Now, the noise suggests that maybe Liverpool are putting something together at long last.
They want to be going in. Spencer Pryor beating rush to it. It's now Hutchison. And out off Woodthorpe. Jones for Fowler. One back by Woodthorpe, then it's Olathorne. Woodthorpe again in the thick of it. Hutchison. Fowler trying to dig it out and succeeding. Redknapp. Nicol and Whelan and Nicol. The rush goes up, but Pryor again was in command and headed back to the keeper by Polston. Sutton against Nicol, and he beat him to it. And James had to look sharpish. And then it's a foul by Sutton on James.
Yeah, that's Sutton. That's where it was very dangerous. It looked like Nicol's ball. Got to the pitch of it. James was out on top of it, luckily enough.
In fact, he's given the free kick the other way. He's deemed it an obstruction by the goalkeeper on Chris Sutton. Ian Crook to take the free kick. Oh, total present of it. And rolled out for Julian Dix. And now Redknapp. Dix again. And Dix with a shot, always rising over the top. And I wonder will the ball come back out of there. Some, I think, wanted to keep it as a souvenir. Others thought better of it. And it's Brian Guns for the goal kick. They don't look too unhappy, but the performance of their team hasn't really given them cause for much celebration. And with 10 minutes to go, it's still Liverpool 0, Norwich City 1. Clearance met by Jones. Now Nicol. Whelan. Barnes. Hutchison, who's now moved to the right side of midfield with Redknapp in where Clough had been. Jones. Fowler. Hutchison. Oh, here's Redknapp. Good defending by the skipper, John Polston.
Well, they defended well, Norwich. Another good touch there. Good move by Liverpool. Doesn't give a free kick away, just gets a nice little touch to it.
Sutton. Bowen. Cut out by Ruddock. And Dix. Rob Jones. Hutchison. Whelan. Barnes. Whelan. Hutchison. That's Goss. And here's Barnes. Ricochet off Pryor. And Gunn down to save at the feet of Rush. Whelan. Fowler after it. Getting too many canary yellow shirts back. Whelan and Dix. Barnes. Support from Dix. There's the cross. And clipped away by Spencer Pryor. Rob Jones. Don Hutchison, Ryan Woodthorpe, there's Olathorne with him, round him too and winning a free kick.
Well, I think Hutchinson's contributed more than the 10 minutes he's been on than neither Clough did in the whole match.
Here's a free kick from him. Oh, and it's bounced kindly for Ruddock, then headed away by Woodthorpe. Dix drilling it over towards Hutchison. Olathorn just climbed high enough and gives Liverpool their 5th corner of the second half. Here's Jones once again. Ruddock up. Barnes to try and hook it. Whelan. Worth a pop.
It's all Liverpool at the moment, but they just can't get a break. Had a good chance early on, and almost got a break when it got a deflection. The time Gunn made a good save, and then Culverhouse did well to get back and get it away. That's the type of thing they need. Well, it looks like it anyway. It doesn't look like they're going to score from anything that's in the build-up.
Well, Rob Jones feeling the effects of the exertions on a very pleasant spring afternoon in Liverpool. Liverpool's final home match of the season. They visit Aston Villa next Saturday, while Norwich City are completing their Premiership with a home game against Oldham. And that tells the tale of 88 years of supporting Liverpool from behind the goal. The famous structure on the Anfield Road will be disappearing. First chunks of it to go on Monday morning when the demolition men move in. Here's James on Olathorn. Another good defensive tackle. Whelan took it up a good position. Cleared away by Culverhouse. It's now Ruddock. Whelan, Barnes, Jones. And Pryor was taking no chances. Once again then, corner to Liverpool.
You want Ruddock to head one down here. If he gets to the pitch of it, just head it down back across the goal.
Dick's corner left something to be desired. And here's a Cuckoo. Norwich with 11 men inside their own penalty area. A Cuckoo leading the breakout. And he's round Stevie Nicol. And Nicol clips his heels. And that's a free kick. And the first opportunity that a Cuckoo had to show a clean pair of heels, and it ended in a hurry.
I'm not so sure Nicol tried to trip him up there. I think he was running back and just caught his heel. I don't think he intended to do it. I think the referee's done the right thing there. That's Nicol running back here. He's trying to, he's cutting across him.
Sensible refereeing from Brian Hill. Free kick to Norwich. Crook in goes Sutton. Wasn't too far away, was it? 29-year-old Steve Sutton.
I tell you, Sutton's a good player. Somebody will buy him in the summer for 4 or 5 million. It'll be money well spent. Look, he just gets there a little bit too early, and there's a little glancing header, and he just can't get a delicate enough flick on it.
Redknapp tied it up by Woodthorpe. Cleared. There's the little flick that went over the bar. Back come Liverpool again. 3.5 minutes they have to score an equaliser. Nicol, Jones, Hutchison. Good effort, well saved. And he's done what he had to do this afternoon. We didn't get a chance to see again his fine reflex stop from the ricochet from Ruddock. But that was another good save from the Scottish international.
Yeah, because watch all the Liverpool players in on top of it. I think it's Royce, the 3 of them. Gunn held it well, it was very low.
Julian Dix. Ruddock up with the attack. Culverhouse away. Job completed by the goal scorer, Jeremy Goss. Rob Jones. Hutchison. Here he goes. Cleared by Woodthorpe. It's Barnes. Jones. Dug out by Olathorpe. Whelan. Again seeking Ruddock's head. Won this time by Pryor, and it's Goss and Sutton, the furthest Norwich player forward. A Cuckoo makes ground up the left wing. Still Sutton goes on for a Cuckoo. And still a Cuckoo, saved by James and cleared by Whelan. And they wanted too long.
Great run by Sutton, though. Great run.
And Norwich showing that they can break out of defence to telling effect. What a goal that would have been. But a Cuckoo wanted too long. Sutton unselfish, having made the run. And he's sauntering back so slowly that he was caught offside. Nicol. That was Bowen. Here's Sutton again. Dix giving a push. Free kick to Norwich City.
So he can't half-run Sutton in the previous run. It looked like he wasn't going to get there, and he keeps getting a nick all the time. Cuckoo, I must say, didn't do well again. He doesn't seem to have good feet, Cuckoo. He needs that extra touch to get the ball under control, to get a shot in. If his touch had been good from Sutton's run, I think he'd been right in on the goals.
There's Norwich's free kick, taken by John Polston. And a Cuckoo in behind Dix. Dix makes the challenge. Norwich get the throw. And the game is now in the final minute.
See, Ruddock's up front now, so Liverpool are not defending. They're only hoping to get a long one so Ruddock will get a head on. But if Norwich attack, there's nobody there. Nobody minding the house for Liverpool at all.
Well, you saw the crowds leaving. It's been a day of nostalgia. Good times remembered. But the era of the Kop looks as if it's going to end less than satisfactorily for Liverpool. They'll sing their hymns and arias until the very finish, and will resume in the course of next season seated. But they're witnessing the end of the Kop era and what's been a disappointing season for Liverpool, an era ending with another home defeat. It hasn't been a great season for Liverpool. They've not been the power that once they were. It's Ruddock, it's Barnes and Whelan. Hutchison. Up goes Redknapp. Here's Rush. It's the time for a fairy tale. Hutchison. Headed away by Bowen. And that's a corner for Liverpool. Almost a minute into stoppage time at the end of this match. That's headed away by Goss. Now Olathorn, tripped by Jones, free kick.
Now they've defended well, Norwich. Got back in numbers, corner kicks, free kicks. There's always been a Norwich player getting a touch on it. And Gunn has done his stuff when he needed to do it. In fact, Norwich have created by far the more clear-cut chances in this game.
And that's the end of the action, the end of an era. And it ends with another Liverpool home defeat. 22 points off the pace in the Premiership this morning. There's one match to play. It's been a season that's seen the club in turmoil, that's seen the end of Graham Souness, that's seen the end today of the Kop. Liverpool's last appearance in front of that famous terrace of fans. But the only goal that was scored into their net was scored by Jeremy Goss, the Welshman, after 35 minutes of the first half. And it's the goal that has decided the issue here at Anfield. Liverpool's last home game of the season. Norwich City's first away Premiership win since New Year's Day. Their first win of any description since they defeated Everton 6 weeks ago. The scarves go up, the fans bid farewell, and Liverpool taste defeat. Final score at Anfield: Liverpool 0, Norwich City 1.
Well, the crowd didn't go away, and neither did the players. As they came after the match to salute that famous Kop. One stage in our Kop could hold 28,000 people standing there behind that goal. And there you are. You'll never walk alone, say the players. Thank you very much from all the players to the fans who've loyally stood there behind that goal. And so that's the end of an era. And when the stand is built, it'll hold an awful lot fewer people than the people who crowded in there today.
A farewell to the Kop issue extra time.
For 66 years, Liverpool fans have been standing on the Kop. Today, it was the Kop's last stand.
Mention Liverpool, you mentioned the Kop, same breath, like it's be sad.
One swaying, chanting, wisecracking crowd. That was the Kop, with its king, Bill Shankly.
Well, the Kop's exclusive. The Spion Kop at Liverpool is an institution. And if you're a member of the Kop, you feel as if you're a member of a big society. Where you've got thousands of friends all around about you.
And today, for the last time, one of the most familiar sights in soccer with the Kop choir in full voice.
In football, it was an emotional afternoon for Liverpool fans as they stood on the most famous terrace in the game, the Kop, for the last time before it's replaced with seating. Even a 1-0 defeat by Norwich couldn't spoil the atmosphere at Anfield, where 16,000 fans crammed onto the Kop, as they have done for 88 years. Kenny Dalglish was one of the club's heroes to receive a huge cheer, and ex-boss Joe Fagan was accompanied by Jessie Paisley and Nessie Shankly, whose late husband Bill transformed Liverpool's fortunes in the 60s. Pop star Jerry Marsden provided his own fitting finale.
Well, the Kop, God bless you. Take care.
Farewell to an institution, the Kop. Rob McCaffrey reports. They arrived early on the Kop yesterday afternoon to celebrate, commemorate and remember. It was difficult to identify the exact mood, so many different memories for so many different people. It was almost as if the sun was shining on the righteous. Amongst the thousands queuing outside, individual recollections and feelings. Inside Anfield, Liverpool heroes from down the years were gathering together, chatting about old times. Kenny Dalglish, player and manager, Craig Johnson had come in from Australia. The Kop has witnessed so much emotion in its 88-year history, different generations of fans watching different generations of players.
I'm sad it's going. I know progress demands that, you know, space and this thing and safety and all this. But to me, there's no place like the Kop. Never will be, never will be.
The Kop been brilliant to me. You know, it's like the way the goals die every game we play. Once you come out, the ovation you get from it was unbelievable, really.
It was a flag day with a difference. Every banner carried a slogan. The Kop is internationally famous. The overriding message, no seats, we want to stand.